Alright, well, we got panel number 2 setting up here. We put the silicone adhesive around the edges. We're just going to let that set up overnight. I don't know if you can read that or not. Probably not in focus, but that's the stuff I use for the around the perimeter of it. We got the skylight in up there. Little air vent, fan. Hooked up all the electrical. Alright, there's the inside. On this back part, I ended up with this molding I put on. I realized once I had the aluminum on that this was just a little bit too wide, so I ended up having to sand all this stuff down about the thickness of the aluminum. That way the aluminum trim will fit over that. And I don't know if you can see up in there or not. It's probably a little too dark in there. But I got the hole drilled out for the outside power. So I did that before I put the aluminum on, so I can just drill a hole in it and take a flush trim router bit and go along the inside. Alright, well, we're getting the trim on here. Got this piece screwed down temporarily. And this side we're starting the bending process. It's pretty well bent. So we'll start a few screws and just keep working our way up and around and get everything seated down right, and then we'll pull it off. And we'll go from there. We finished up most of the trim yesterday. Everything's just down temporarily. We'll have to pull everything back up and seal it, but everything is bent. Alright, so I still got to put on the other trim that goes in the back here for the bottom hat seal. So I haven't decided. I'm probably going to end up cutting another piece of aluminum and skinning that little back piece and then put the trim on top of that. And this is where we ended up having to seam it. The trimoid came in 8-foot pieces, so I'm gonna have a seam. So we'll start trimming out the door here, Probably tomorrow. Alright, so we're gonna put the last aluminum panel on the hatch, and this is how we're doing it. Normally you just let it float, but it's just taking too long to let stuff dry and get it on, so we're gonna use a little 3M contact adhesive and a little silicone adhesive on the edges just to keep any water out. Good enough. Okay. Okay. Alright, here comes the hard part. Get this thing on flush. Once that contact cement touches, it's done. I'm going to start off. Bring it my way. Okay. And flush. Still flush. And that's it. Squeeze the silicone out the edges. Then we'll go ahead and clamp it up. Alright, well, we got it all clamped up. And everything looks pretty good. So we'll let that dry up, and then we'll go ahead and start tomorrow, flush trim everything and get the trim on this, and who knows, man, we'll have this baby hooked up tomorrow.